let the video from the other day that I was looking back at a little bit play while I'm setting up. I wanted to do this, and the hustle and bustle of the morning. Let's see what my energy's like, because I had about 5 or 6 songs lined up. I might not do them all, but might do more later. But it's the hustle and bustle in the morning. I'm not feeling energetic enough to do this, maybe, but not to do the errand. I know the pain. Nothing can stop me from trying. I can just pause this for a moment. I was had the radio going and I was singing along to it a little bit earlier too. It's only 8:30. Well, anywho, and I was doing my harmonizing thing, which I can't do with the radio because of even though a lot of artists, their music's already greatly out there and they're happy about it. And there's a channel called I'm actually on YouTube that is artists seeing people do covers of their songs. And a lot of them like it. I mean, for one I'm thinking of, which is one of the songs I thought about doing actually, is Pink, and she thought that a couple of them were better than her. She actually said those words. I was kind of surprised, but she's Pink. So, she says interesting things. And, I mean, she's great, but, they are too. And it's great that she kind of, stepped down from her fame a little bit, come to think of it, to put them up on a pedestal a little bit more. Which reminds me, there's a lyric about that, isn't there? In a song? Nobody's watching yet, but they just started rolling, but I can't remember what it is. Anywho, so I'm going to ad-lib with this, but I did forget my song list downstairs. And then, it's a bit warm up here now, but it's the fan. Keeps the air moving, but it keeps it warm. Because then it's more front on. It's a bigger screen if I need to follow the music right behind it. It's less lumpy, as much as it's comfy down there. It's a mild trigger up here because of the puzzling and the other place. I seem like I'm doing it up here because I have the guitar, my zippers, my device, my water, other stuff that's already up here. So it feels like I'm doing this up here today. And that's fine. So this is going to be pretty much solely music. For anybody that's tuned in before and heard my blabbering, there will still be some of that, but it's going to be solely music. So this is, and the viewer goes, well, I came for the blathering, but and I just wanted to check something. I don't know what device I should do it on. Maybe this one. I just don't want it to be quiet. And I was actually downstairs for about 10 or 15 minutes. But this video only has like 7 minutes left of it. That's the other idea. But just get people to think, it's nice that they're liking, but even better when they engage. But likes are good too, so feel free. I heard a song on the radio I was going to do, but it's actually called When the Night Hears My Song. And it's morning, so... But, I mean, aside from feeling slightly like I might have been coming down with something, I think it's just a mix of mostly good stress and some uncertainties. And I don't know. The fact that it's morning and I'm feeling a little slow anyway. I'm really not sure. But I would have done this if, I had a lot of energy actually before bed last night, surprisingly, and I would have done this then. But for the fact that, it's going to look weird that he tagged them, but it was actually me that put the comment. But, so that's all 3 of them are, oh no, the only one I didn't do because it wouldn't let me, and I put it over here. But basically, but we had to get to bed, one of us works in the morning, and I mean, music is kind of a louder thing, so it would have, kept that person up and routine. It wasn't the right time to do it. And honestly, the one guy who I was talking with quite a bit, one of my new friends online, he kind of was and yeah, he was very engaging in that and very loving and all that. I guess maybe their dinner became ready and maybe people came home, because his kids would be in their 20s, I think, maybe 30s, came home from, if they lived there, any of them that lived there, and, maybe the house just got more hectic, and it's fine because I was going to bed. But it's really quite amazing this time. Right as we go into, what do you call it? What month are we in? February. So, I'm going to go get my song list. I could probably remember. I have the energy to do this. Do I actually have the energy to engage back and forth? It is a desire, though. It really is, and it makes it worth it. I almost ended up doing this on Facebook, actually, but technology, devices, this and that, I didn't. I am almost considering doing it on there. I haven't done a live on the music page in a while. I'm going to do one more. Ordinary, not think about Seneca, or I think I did this with Suzanne once. So I'm just prepping myself for the thing. At this point in time, I'm just going to do the song. It's been really hit and miss with YouTube. Hope you enjoy. Make it a good online. I think that would go better. I probably don't need to type the full thing. Because her last name has a lot of letters. Going live on Facebook right now is wonky with our old devices and wonkiness. What? I have to go back and see that for a moment. I know I shouldn't want to, but I do. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm just going to go get my song list, do one other quick thing quickly, but this is a video from the other day that we were left somewhere. Just turn this on. Yes, turn it again. The light's a bit hard to turn on. But yeah, it's really amazing. You usually have to grip it with something. Finding our tribe, our people. Okay. Hopefully that's not too bright. I don't think it is. Definitely different brightness than I usually do, but you need different brightness than still the webcam's here, even if I'm looking here. That's the thing about doing two spots. Everything is beautiful. Just another ordinary miracle today. I can't comment on it. It's weird. Time to snow. Need to tell the seeds to grow. Another ordinary miracle today. I don't think they go that far. They say, for you every day. Oh, am I rolling? No. Pause for a moment. I'm just trying to double stream for a moment, and I'm getting confused in the process here. But welcome. Okay, you left. Didn't like when I grabbed you and pulled you to the side, did you? You'll like it better next time, I promise. Just kidding. Okay, why is it not... And I don't know why it always says sprouts. The live button was not clickable, and I don't know why. The webcam came on. Okay. It recognizes me. I don't know if I want to do it there. I kind of do, I kind of don't. But most of the people I'm thinking about are connected to mine. I did... No, this is not behaving. It's not showing the thingamajig. But... And then when I go back... Okay. So, I'll wait till we get a viewer, then I'll... Okay, which is actually just now. I'll go back to here. This is me singing along with the video I did the other day, which I should do more of too, because that's fun. I can harmonize, as myself like I'm in my band. We have 2 viewers. Wonder if any of them are people I'm familiar with or not. If not, let's get familiar. That sounded funny, but don't be shy. Anyway, here we go. If time rain falls, just another ordinary miracle today. Have their flame, always make it home by spring. Another ordinary miracle today.
When you wake up every day, please don't fall.
Hold them close to your heart. We're all part of an ordinary miracle. Do you want to see a miracle? Do you want to see a miracle today? Things just work out after all. So she'll see that. Yeah, I think what I've done is good enough that hopefully it'll bring some of them into this, and if not, we'll see it afterwards. Hey, another ordinary today. Toy Story. Oh yeah. It's good to help him pass the time a little bit. And there's a lot of versions of that angel too. In the arms of... Right, yeah. Not feeling that one at the moment. Answer. I will be the answer. I've never actually played that one, I don't think, but I've heard it. Still dancing? I guess so. I guess he's just enjoying that last bit of sunshine and he knows I'm playing music, so. And he's dancing to the beat of his own tune. He's doing drum. He's still going on. Oh, you're coming down. Figure we might do a couple of tunes together. I guess the sun will be going in, but I'm kind of feeling in the mood. They must be very short tunes because they want to join me. I usually hear some of them and they'll enjoy it. Oh, that's right. At Compton we did it in 2. I knew that there was more than half an hour worth in that podcast. I was pretty sure. That's right. So you can check out part 2 of that in the other video. Yeah, it actually does look decent. It's still going to be fairly cool because it's morning. I can't tell at the moment, but it doesn't look all that windy. I have the energy to stay home and do this. It feels like it takes a bit more energy to go out and do a walking on foot errand. Carrying something that's somewhat heavy, but I have a bag for it and I can carry it different ways. But like I say, I went to bed wanting to do this podcast. So now I'm awake. And now I'm awake. Crying in the night if it helps. But I mean, he's so closely connected to me, Drag Lady. And I think that I've heard two other things about him. But I used to like him and I enjoy singing like him. But anywho, Elton John, if you didn't realize who I was talking about. I guess I don't fully hate him, you know. And it's great when people in the community are become popular for their music. But and now it's helping me. Oh right, shit. Sorry, just a moment here. I took something out of the cupboard, the closet here, and I thought it was lotion, but it's hand soap. So just a moment, I'm gonna wash my hands. I think that's why I told him to put it in here, so that I didn't do that. But that's only half familiar to me. I'm gonna have to use one of these other lotions. And actually, oh yeah. As long as I remember to bring it back, that's the main thing. The pump is still broken on it, but that's okay. Anywho, we'll see if I end up doing all of this. But yeah, you know what? The weather has, like yesterday, it was supposed to be fairly cloudy. And otherwise, I guess not bad. Hopefully I got all the soap washed off because I was so quick about it. Get cold shoulders. I'm not trying to give you the cold shoulder or anything. But anyway, yesterday it was supposed to be fairly cloudy. And it really wasn't, mostly. Maybe a little bit in the morning, but, you know. So the weather, you never know. And so, you know, I have 8 hours to fill. I might very well, but not right now because, you know, the school area is still kind of busy. But I would rather do it today and then have the... We did our online grocery delivery, and for some reason it thought we wanted one lotion and the dog food sent by FedEx like 3 or 4 days later. Yet they sent the other lotion there and said we found it there. But yeah, it's sunny out. It doesn't look windy. I was worried about cloud, wind, and snow and having to walk in it to do an errand. It looks like it might be fine. So, but the only thing is, shit. I have to make a quick call. I know he hasn't been at work long, but I'm just gonna make a quick call. You know, yeah. But like I said, and I'm going down the stairs with my shoes on. I don't know, he might want to be in the crate. He's been there all night, but maybe he'll come up and lay in there good. But I just worry that, I don't want to jinx it, but I worry that they might slap on fees to put on a little bit more tape on that box. Sonny, if you want, you can come upstairs, but you have to be good. This is where I start to feel inadequate. You can come upstairs, Sonny? Hi, sorry to call already. Just wanted to quickly say, since I didn't this morning, that if you do happen to be in the truck, or if you maybe, I guess, wanted today offer to, because I know it's pretty important to get for you anyway to get that package delivered, you didn't leave the cash. So if you do happen to be going in this direction and want to drop it off, then. Like I said, if you want to try and make it happen, you want to say, like me to go on the truck or whatever, then yeah, because I mean, it's actually looking not cloudy or snowy or windy at the moment. I mean, I'm not up to it yet, but if it stays looking like this, I would be kind of more willing to do it today, otherwise I'll have to do it around when we get that order tomorrow. I was a little bit worried because it looked like it, at one corner, like we say, needed a bit more tape. I guess I could try and do it myself, because I don't know if they charge us to do it. But I can't do it until I have the delivery money. So, yeah, if you're nearby, let me know and you can drop it off. Otherwise, okay. Have a good day. Oh, we're trying to get my. Now he's got one of the vapes there. Now I don't know. If, well, just because, yeah, I don't want him to get anything. Okay, so. Okay, so I mean, like, you know, I am do my best to try and make it happen today. If it doesn't, not the end of the world if it happens tomorrow. I should try and get out today, but the sun in the window, letting them outside and, you know, feeling the air is good. Maybe I'll just close both these doors. But yeah, you could chew things there. You could chew the blanket. You could end up chewing the cord. Not a puppy anymore, but sometimes you still get into trouble. Okay, and then the screen goes out. Sorry for that distraction. He was actually pretty calm when he answered. He didn't only been there like 5 or 10 minutes. The dog will settle down. I felt mixed about leaving him unattended for this whole time downstairs, and this is weird though. You know what? I said earlier that to myself that the laptop doesn't have like a Facebook app. You know, it has the browser and all that. This is Edge. This is Edge. So it still doesn't really. There's a small part of me that's curious about something though, so I'm just going to quickly look at that. And then we'll go from there. Well, that's kind of confusing. Look at this. Well, I don't know if I should show, but I thought that this was its own window in front of, but it's actually part of this whole thing here. Thing about having those doors closed. Well, yeah, he'd probably lay in the thing just fine, but yeah, at the moment, you know, you got to go with your gut sometimes, right? Yeah, see, there's no option to add a profile on this device. It's got the music page, the business page, the profile, and see all profiles. Oh, I don't want to create a new page though. I just want to sign in with. No, I don't want to create one. And I worried I'd see something, and then there's that Healing Together one, which I can't seem to get rid of. It has 9 notifications. We hardly, he's put a few things in it recently, but we honestly hardly ever use it. I don't, you know, I tried to get rid of it once, and I thought I had, for the reason of being able to then do it there, but not seeing the option. Well, it's great, you know, although maybe it's a bit distracting, but I'm kind of used to living in distracted mode with ADHD and that, as you can tell. Oh, cool, she is in here. It said active 9 minutes. Talking about you guys. No, just kidding. I wouldn't do that, and I hope you wouldn't either. That's such good things. But just letting a Facebook friend, and she hasn't seen it yet, so I don't think. But somebody did just tune in. So is your name Vicky, Joe Darrell, Celeste, Nicholas, maybe even Alan, because I did request him. But they left. They're like, nope. So bye. Hey, it wasn't just that you couldn't stick around. Just kidding. Anywho, so I don't want to be any more distracted. I don't think. I'd like to get moving and grooving on this vid. You know, I guess there was a bit of singing so far, but I would really rather save my energy. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. You know what? And I realized it this morning, I think it was, or last night, you know, back in the day, I used to just do Facebook Lives. I guess this is actually one of the devices I had kind of back then, but it's just a lot older. The audio doesn't record on it anymore, and the browser I can best access Facebook on Oh, it does have the Facebook app though, and I can get on it as me. As oh no, that's Glenn. I don't know why, but it is. But it's going to do the same thing that it did on that other one. It's even showing on Instagram. Yeah, and I thought I had deleted you. Yeah, whoops, I accidentally just switched to it, I think. And it says 9 notifications, but then when I go to it, it says only 1, so that makes sense. Anywho. So, yeah, and it doesn't even have the option. Live event. Video, it does have. And I could record it on my camera and upload it later, but no, I'd rather do this live. So what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. Some people that I have, sorry, that looks a little funny, it's just it doesn't function properly, but I still want to use it because there's less in it. Some of you, if your connections I have on you know where, will have heard me mentioning about singing bowls, some of which we have for sale. For meditation, decor, fruit, whatever you like. And this is them. I remember a while ago, I actually really enjoyed this bowl. I mean, see, the dog's in there, but he knows I'm home. I'm not used to that feeling, because usually when I'm home, he's not in there. It just felt like the thing to do for now. So as we get a viewer, I do and don't feel like guided meditations maybe. I do and don't feel like this grounds me. However, last time I played with this bowl, as the viewer goes, not that I played with the bowls, just kidding. It did something for me that was quite nice. So hopefully it will for anybody that tunes in. And I'm going to do this for a few moments. And then, yes, I still have to look into that song a bit more because I'm not very familiar with it. So maybe I'll just do these 3 and then save that one and maybe think of a couple others to do with that one for next time. There is a bit of me also though, while I'm thinking to do it, that wants to, because when I do it, I enjoy it, whether it's singing along with my own tracks or otherwise. And you know, you never know. Might be surprised because I did not in Messenger, because Messenger is still being a bit wonky and it crashed. And then even though it didn't show this one person it suggested to me, when I opened it up the one time in its kind of, I guess, main mode, it suggested a few people underneath a few of the messages. And then I think I had to reopen it. And then it didn't show it that way, but I decided to look them up anyway. So I have that open, trying to decide what to do as far as that. Make a connection and wait for my device to let me. And it's not open in the corner. And if it was, it would come in here. But speaking of in the corner, someone just turned in. So I'm going to do a couple things here. Well, more than a couple things, but okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this. I think for people that they say, "Oh, I don't like those," that often sound high, and the viewer did go. Yeah, I don't like the high ones either. Those are mostly the crystal ones, though, and also either it came back or somebody else here. Larissa might be following too. By the way, if Larissa sees this, has just tuned in or sees this, Marissa, I'm sorry, I'm not sure which one. We will probably be getting it delivered out to you, sending it out to you today or tomorrow. I'm looking out like at the backyard through the big plants in the window at the moment, and it just caught my eye. But it's the first time it did. But I haven't really been looking. I'm kind of beyond it a little bit. But and there's a tree in the back that was moving a little bit, but it probably wouldn't take much to move that thing. So I don't know. We'll have to just see. But, well, like I say, I don't talk myself into doing it and just go. I hope I don't do that. Otherwise, I'm getting exercise. But because, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have an income myself at the moment. I really should be on disability. Yeah, I'm trying to make things happen, but it's a real hassle. And I don't know if it's since the pandemic because more people needed it then or what, but they've really gotten a bit tougher in the sense of, if especially certain types of connections, I guess, if there is enough income sources, even if Like I wish he would access his time more. Instead of like, I mean, especially when it's doing well. But it's like, oh no, it's doing well, so I want to see, keep watching it do well and apply for an AI job. I don't know what I think of that. But things are a challenge, and so in fact, I'm going to be getting an opportunity to build my portfolio, hopefully, likely on the weekend. But I have to pay to do it. I have to use bus tickets, which I already have, and I'm otherwise not using much of these days. But I also have to pay a ticket fee for the event. I'm really just essentially someone going that's going to take photos. But I'm not going to be the only one. And she's really religious, so I don't think I'll connect with her. No offense to religious people, but, beyond this. She's been a little bit in miss. And part of me actually would rather just have the cash and maybe try and connect with her. She has bright blue hair, long braids. Or if they just take our money without any problem. Because there's one reason why I'm a little bit feeling iffy. And if we're connected on other social media, or or here, if we're not, I can maybe mention that. But yeah, no, we're getting half price, and we should go. And it might build my portfolio. Now, what would come after that? And am I going to get to do networking? That's what I don't know. But it'll be good. I actually saw a very interesting post. Sorry, not to be sexual, but saw a very interesting post recently about as we get here, people taking pictures out in public randomly. I mean, we do live in a very digital age. Lots of people are on the internet. Not only that, but sometimes you just happen to be there and it's something else you're taking a picture of. It also can be considered flattering, but of course some people don't like it. But and one person actually went through something kind of traumatic or witnessed something kind of traumatic connected to it. But with this, because I've always been geared to this kind of to photography, with this chapstick, this particular thing, all we have to do is, or we just go. Hopefully, maybe I should state why. Maybe I should just quickly say it because, anybody who's seen this might wonder. Basically, we went to another event, same place actually. It's just, it was close enough that it was easy for us to get to as non-drivers and people that don't like to do long bus rides. And, we felt we really need to network. I think it was in January. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, maybe it was just before Christmas. No, I think it was early. No. The 21st sounds familiar. That's right, and that's why I was surprised that one bus stopped running at 6. Well, I don't have any spills on my shirt. I'm not noticeable. Anywho, so basically, yeah. But it was for the African community. We weren't turned away, and there was 2 or 3 other people. 2 of them at least were elderly couples. There was also somebody who was white, not because they were white, but who I was wanting to avoid and managed to. I don't even know if he saw us, to be honest. I do feel like Glenn realized he was there, and I feel like we mentioned it on the walk back, because we had to walk half an hour back because that bus wasn't running, and we could have maybe waited for another bus, and I think I want to check the schedule for it this time around. But anyway, it's a different event, maybe be a lot of the same people. But again, it's primarily for the African community. But I saw it in a general Facebook group and started talking with this lady that posted, and it's looking like we might go. Now, and I did ask, and I haven't seen it, and Messenger was working fine at that time, I feel like. I said, when's the latest we could get the payment? And where do we send it? And she gave us the email address, but didn't answer the other part. So, as far as I'm concerned, you could pay at the door. I mean, they have to have so much room for the runway or the walkway. I haven't been to an event like that, really. Possibly ever, actually. I've watched them sometimes. And there are some really, some of it's more just for art rather than actually being wearable, but some of it is. But, anywho, and I saw 2 videos on her page from past events. One of them was on a stage, and it looked a lot like my high school fashion shows, and they were dancing, and it was kind of a bit of a mess, a little bit, and a little bit more chaotic. And another one, there was just like a row of fancy white chairs, and then they were kind of walking in front of it. And then I think it must have been a mannequin, I think, because I remember there being somebody there, but I don't really remember them moving very much. This is a video I saw, and I'm kind of hoping it'll be like that. But yeah, there's a part of me that wants to e-transfer it. And we wouldn't want to put the information, I don't think, unless you can already see it, perhaps here for doing that. But anybody on Facebook that happens to come and see this, that likes the comedy, likes the music, and two of them are employed that I know. One of them, and then some I haven't had yet, but three are doing quite well that I'm thinking of. And I can't remember the other two, but we're a one-income household. But yeah, anywho, so basically, we can send that to you and be comfortable doing that. You have to be a little bit comfortable doing it online. I mean, there's no other way to do it. But yeah, but as far as this, well, I don't want to think negatively, but I'm thinking realistically. I'm thinking, what if, But if something happened, I would hope they would send our money back. But I also don't want to get there and say, no, well, we didn't get your payment beforehand or register. There's no at the door. I should ask her maybe if that would work, and maybe we could do it with cash. Because honestly, well, she's only really charging me anyway, and I don't know if I'm getting a discount, but honestly, he may or may not really want to hang out in the area, but there's a lobby with a grand piano, which is actually still not as grand as, hate to brag, but he happens to have a very nice grand piano that is that he can play at, and it's a public art, entertainment, and event center, and it's in its own little area that's kind of has a bit of an art gallery. If there's nothing that space is being booked for, and I thought about it recently, I don't know if there's other washrooms, but if nothing else than the washroom, but also other areas of the place, you kind of, I think, I don't know, maybe there's other ways, but I can't envision. Well, yeah, maybe. Well, there's also there. I don't know if there's another door out there. But I feel like you have to cut through the one part to get there. So, I mean, you do. That's just all there is to it. So, but it's otherwise, I mean, I don't think the ones that work at Stella's, a restaurant that's also in the same building, in proximity of it, are really able to really stop it. And I've never seen security guards. I really think, if nothing else is going on there and somebody in the community is there for something and wants to play on it, they can. So he might be there most of the time, and he doesn't need to pay $40. I think she said 40 for both, like, total. That's how I'm understanding it. But yeah, whether I pay it at the door ahead of time, I'm not sure. But yeah, he doesn't need to pay $40 for himself to sit and play piano. He should be making $40. It's just like this. I wish this was a photo hire job, but it isn't. But you know what? It might lead to it. But yeah, and building the portfolio. I don't know if, and possibly networking. If nothing else, I'll have fun. I'll get some nice photos. So, and then I'll maybe start to associate. I'll start to not make the associations with Sean and Daniel about certain things. But anyway, so I'm very quickly going to do this bowl, because I need to slow myself down a little bit. And then I'm going to do 2 or 3 songs. And I'm going to sing along with one of my recent videos a little bit, I think. I mean, I've got the time. So I'm kind of thinking, and if people can't watch it all at once when they see it backwards, backwards? It won't be backwards. Well, you can watch that. I don't know if you can. Actually, it might be right. Anyway, then they'll watch it bit by bit or skip ahead a bit, But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I can't do that, Aaron, unless he comes here with cash. I can't do it today, even if I decided I wanted to, unfortunately. I just hope that tomorrow is as decent as they say it's going to be. But yeah, so I'm home, I got time, and I'm in the mode. There hasn't actually been a lot of activity along the top rather, but I probably would feel up to it later, but I'm thinking one of them's at work, one of them's only got a 5-hour time difference. We've been thinking about that, but most of that time will be while I was at work, I think. Unless maybe like 9 in the evening, and Glenn is home then, but he's usually doing his fitness routine as far as joining me. But I guess he doesn't have to join me. It'd be nice if he made an appearance every night. Well, I did on the weekend, like I say, but 9 o'clock might be a good time to do it. Well, I have one song I'm going to look into later, and maybe I'll get a couple other ideas. And In fact, I did get another one when I came downstairs this morning on the radio. So there's at least two very different songs from each other that I could do maybe at 9 p.m. Do I have a rating utensil here? And maybe you can catch that live. Otherwise, they'll see this after. And like I say, I did try and promote this a little bit on another site, so hopefully we'll be making some great connections, because I don't know, it's been one of those things where, just like in actual life, you know, it sometimes seems to go in spurts. And like there are some people that I knew from in the past that would probably happily reconnect with me. It's just getting the reconnection to actually happen, if that makes sense, hasn't been happening. I don't, you know, I've either tried to reach someone they haven't realized, or I've tried to reach someone they know, but like we're not already connected. And yeah, so I mean, I don't know. But, and yeah, it's funny that that new friend has a similar experience on Facebook where he can see his other one, but he can't get into it. So he has this other one. And so, you know, it feels a bit quiet, but lately I've been active in some groups and that, and meeting some peeps. And yeah, so as we get someone tuning in, not sure if it's one of them or somebody else, but I'm going to start off with, and it's not a high tone bowl for the most part, and if it is, I'll stop it because that'll bother me too. But I'm going to start off with this as the view goes. It's like, oh, well, I want it to be a high tone. If you're going to stop it, I'm out of here. You know, I don't know. And this could be the case. If not, it's, you know, got to make some comedy in light of it, because otherwise it's kind of annoying. Just interesting kind of lump on the metal, brass. That's brass. It is brass, but is brass a type of metal? That's what I'm not sure about. Anyway, it came back, or somebody else did, but then left. But here we go. Now this is not often, even though we have so many of these, and it's been doing really well lately. It's not often, and I think it was on here, or was it on Facebook, that I did a video when the first time I discovered this bowl that was sitting here for myself, and it was kind of like, it's very tall actually, and it's stand bowl, right? I don't often use these to ground me. If anything, it's a guided meditation or just watching a video. I feel actually usually mostly fairly relaxed when I'm on social media, even if sometimes I seem a little hyper, but we all do sometimes, right? But I don't know, it's just... So I don't really, even though they're very accessible in this home, I don't really use them very much. And I think what it is about this one is the tone is nice and it's very resonant. I'm going to actually try a couple different ways. Yeah, it's quite nice just on a table too. Well, not a huge difference between hand and table, I guess, right? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not very good at droning them. I feel this is a very responsive bowl though, and I think I said that last time I utilized it. Personally, I feel it's a little bit easier because you can kind of guide it around the rim. That's how to say it. I could never put it into words before, the few times I've tried. But at the same time, it's easy to bang it off of there. But it's a responsive bowl, I'm just no good at droning them. But what I am going to do is ding it a couple times. Just to kind of... I feel great, I feel fine. And I feel fine. She's in love with me, and I feel fine. Oh, da, da, da. But the beat a bit of a trigger. But anyway, and then, but this, I think this will be helpful. And as we've seen the messages, so. But it says that she's active 30 minutes ago. But if that, the messenger on this device, this before, because mine's wonky, is actually better. But doesn't do half the errors. I mean, it's not perfect, but the other one does. Okay, it's funny because we were talking about her this morning. Well, technically, I do want to see, or maybe I got all day. I'll look at that later, and if I don't want to keep it in that spot, I will. Oh, you did see that, and it already had 2 reactions. That's cool. But well, yeah. See, this browser though, it says that she is online now. So what I'm gonna do, and hopefully she'll tune in time to catch a little bit of this, because I think she'd like that. Right? Yeah, she just did at the time almost didn't put good. And then a couple tunes, and then that's all, folks, for now. But yes, so because I can't drone it, and I want to sit on a comfortable back and really absorb this, and welcome you to be comfortable and absorb the sound and frequencies as well. I don't know if I should do it from here because maybe it'll be too close there, but let's do this. Yeah. This is the felt end. I honestly think it might actually sound a little less sharp that way, even though it's a thin piece of felt. Your dog's being very good. He hasn't been really great that long since overnight. I'm not more congested because I have been feeling a little off this morning. Okay. It's a little higher than I thought, but they tune in and hear these interesting sounds. I'm almost liking that one more today than this one. But I am thinking of something else just quickly. Hadn't planned to do this. These are heavy as a set. I really wish he'd put a small, I mean, he still could, I guess, but then you'd have to take a lot of tape off. He said he'd think about it. I said, you should give it, I mean, it's $500, but it's a big solid bowl, and I think there was another one, and there was mallets, but I think he's trying to throw in one of these small ones, but these small ones can actually be sometimes expensive. Not too many small stand bowls. Now, this is a set that he put together. Oh, there's a lot of them. I didn't know there was this many. That he put together for somebody who ended up picking other bowls instead. So he's keeping it here in case anybody else wants them. Now, I'm not sure if I'm playing them in order. If I was to say that it would make sense to do the in size, by size, to make the scale. Not all of them are labeled. Some of them have prices, and some of them just have swirly circles in them. But I would say this. I see it works pretty good on the table. It's hard to know whether I would say this one's bigger than this one or not because it's got a stand, but is that why it seems that way? Woo-wee! Stick with the small ones for now. Actually, it's quite nice. If I had the money and we didn't have so many already, I'd buy them. Okay, but the point of this is also to kind of, I don't know how to put it into words, like I say, because I mostly do feel fine, but I guess you can't see them, but never mind, I like these, we're not selling them. I really do like this combination. I wonder how many sets like this he could put together with what we have. Okay, yes, we just came in. See how that was. I don't want to leave it though. Nice thingy. That one was very resonant. I should have done that. Did pretty well. to be patient. I'll be right back. Someone's probably thinking, are you sure that me? 'Cause that'd be good. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the distraction there. Okay, the screen just went out. Nobody seems to be here, but whatever, it's okay. Yeah, this has gotten a bit long. I mean, we're almost in an hour, and I did sing a little bit with that one video, which is, like I say, something else I want to do. I'm really getting something from these bowls, though, I'll tell you that much. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, because I like to do this, I have the idea to do it, which is not written on paper, and I think it can work well. I'm going to... I remember there was some tunes in here that we weren't actually all that familiar with.
I shall tell. Because they're saying, you know, yes, you've got. I won't breathe, I won't bend. I can only tell you what I know. When the stars have all gone out,
so yeah, an hour in I really start doing music, but sometimes they're as long as 2 hours. Should I just start again? Maybe I should, because this has gotten a bit long. And I'll say that what I said in this one is very important. I just didn't know if people would... They should think, skip ahead or take more than one try watching it. And this one would still be processing while I did the next one, which I guess is what we did on the weekend, and it did work. So maybe I'll do that. Just a minute. I'll be back.